Welcome to our Batman Ninja set review of Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz. I'm Carmen.
I'm Andy.
I'm Paul, new player, excited to talk about the Batman cards.
You're also the only one who's watched this show. It's a movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's
Very important.
it's crazy that they made this many cards off of just one movie, and there's so many villains in it. Like, how'd they get that all in?
Well, yeah, they're all the villains get sent back to feudal Japan,
Wow, incredible.
and Joker becomes a feudal lord. Well, actually, they all do. They all have their own lands, and then they fight each other.
Jesus. All right, well, let's go to our first
What is
card.
this show about? Jesus.
All right, Andy, kick us
Because
off.
Grodd sent everyone back in time.
All right, let's get the show on the road. We got Robin, reliable ally. He's when a climax is played, you choose one of your characters to get 1,000 power for the turn, and he's a self
That is not what
for
it
each
does.
climax. You
Yeah,
draw a
this
card.
is
Am I
not-
looking at the wrong card? Oh no, I'm
Yes.
on the next one.
This is
Next
Red
one,
Robin.
Messing up
then.
already, jeez.
Robin,
Okay,
reliable
so if you-
ally.
So if you don't know the difference between Robin and Red Robin,
Which one are we doing?
The first one.
All right.
Red Robin.
This is a mess already.
All right. Assist. All your characters get plus 500 power in front of him. And when he's placed on stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a weapon character, put it in your hand. Choose a card in your hand and discard it. So it's a frontal 500 level assist with a hand filter. Not too bad.
I mean, it is definitely a trial deck card. But I don't know. This is better than average.
Yeah, it's better than most assists you get in a trial deck.
At least the hand filters.
Relevant even in like more competitive decks.
I think it's
a,
yeah. Go ahead, Paul.
it's a solid back row card. You know, if you don't like put this in a brainstormer, I guess.
It's relevant that the trial deck combo needs to reverse. So this is just extra power.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. It's a trial deck card. It's a back row that hand filters. It's like a C plus. Just
I think it's just C plus. That sounds fair. You could always just play it to the front row later in the game and just swing with it.
yeah, it
For some
hand
damage.
filters.
So it's a nice
Like
assist early on, and then it still has some of its utility later. Not bad.
B minus, Paul. Going against the grain.
Yeah, I couldn't just give it a C plus like you guys.
All right, next.
Got to give it the B minus.
I'll do this one. Robin, reliable ally. Is this not the exact same card? Or Red Robin versus Robin. Okay, so
They're two different characters.
of course. Okay, so when a climax is placed in your climax area, choose one of your characters, gets 1,000 power until end of turn. Pay one, rest self, draw, brainstorm. That's the married life effect. That's like not bad. Like the on climax play. That's not bad at all, especially considering that your level 1 needs reverse.
But it's a
this
draw
is-
brainstorm.
I mean, like in the context of the trial deck, this is still pretty good though.
It's the same card as the one I have for Apocrypha.
Yeah, that's also a trial deck brainstormer, the
Yeah.
Vlad or
So-
whatever.
So yeah, solid trial deck card.
Oh, why does he have monkeys?
That's about it. You don't want to. If you're getting completely serious, if you're going to more than just your local game shop, you're gonna want a better card than that.
Oh, I asked you a
It's
question.
not.
Why does he have
But-
monkeys?
Why are the monkeys there?
Oh, so the monkeys are like the little mascot. They're like the Ewoks of the movie.
The Ewoks. What a glowing review.
This is the Star Wars Episode 6
Okay.
Batman movies, and those are the Ewoks.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean,
I'll give it a C.
I think this is like for a trial deck card. It's definitely better than like average for a trial deck card. Like the first effect is relevant. I mean, like I don't know what like the Mahiru. I'd say this is equivalently important to the trial deck as the like Mahiru top check.
I think the Mahir is a better card just in general. I'm grading it more as like.
You mean like
the card,
overall?
period.
Overall?
Yeah, overall. I'm not
Okay.
restricting it to just the trial deck.
Yeah, I guess overall it's a C. All right, next. This is all you, Paul.
All right. So once again, we're back to Red Robin. Level 0, cost 0. What is it, 35, and it's just when this becomes reversed. So, when it gets reversed, you can't use Encore.
Yeah, so that's like the oversized drawback. Is
Yeah.
that you can't use Encore. I don't know, you don't save zeros.
But what's the Encore rule? Oh, just normal Encore.
Yeah, you
Paying
can't pay
3.
3 either.
Oh, oh, okay. Never mind. Now I understand. It doesn't seem too great. I guess the oversize. I guess just throw something out there.
I mean, I don't know. There are worse.
The drawback's not really a drawback per se.
You need an
card
oversize and you
you
need
can
a
run.
red fix in the if for I guess I don't know. The only red thing you want to play in the hero deck, the weapon deck. I hate to say weapon, but I guess yeah, what you want to play in the weapon deck if you're playing red is fucking the monkey horde. So if you're playing monkey horde and you need a additional red fix other than your army card, which is a bomb, like a 0, it's a reverse bomb. I guess you could run this.
I guess that's
Bad.
pretty niche then, right? That's like a C-.
I don't know, D plus or C minus, yeah.
If you really need a red oversize.
Yeah, if you really need a color fix, I guess. All right, next.
Yeah. No. Wait. That's how I feel about the card. It's just, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Red Hood dual wield. He's a 1/0 when you play him to the stage from your hand. If you have a character, he gets 2,000 power for the turn.
So wait, is Red Hood a villain or a hero?
He's a little bit of a anti-hero.
So he's not an evil guy. He's not a Joker or Harley guy.
No, he's not bad. Well, the Joker killed him. This is Jason Todd, the second Robin.
What?
So
What?
I can do a whole lore background if you want me to about the Robins, and the differences between the Robins.
Let's spread it out a little bit. But okay, so on play 7K for free.
Not bad.
I mean the condition is
yeah.
free. It's free. Like
Yeah,
usable.
I'm pretty partial to high-powered level 1s. So
It's not quite the big boy. But
yeah, it's not quite 8K, but when you get the 2 plus 500s behind it.
yeah, you'll get you there at least for your one turn.
Yeah.
Better than average trial deck card. But like I don't know, there are much more impactful things. It's like a D plus, I think. It just doesn't have any utility.
Yeah, because it doesn't even have the a hand encore or anything.
Yeah,
It's decent. It's just kind of boring.
yeah. I think it's
I'll go C minus.
all right. Next, Red Hood.
Flying through this trial deck.
Red Hood information extraction. It is a 3K backup for 1.
What the fuck is wrong with his head?
It's a log.
Oh, I have no idea why he wears the log. I actually there's nothing that says why. I think it's some type of Japanese thing.
Like in Naruto, where they have the log substitution.
Yeah, but
it's
he's
just
just
his head.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is crazy.
I don't think there's a really good Harley backup, and when you're playing backups, well, I guess that one needs villain. They have the Ruby backup from Sunshine, where it's mill the top X cards of your opponent's deck. But it's based on the number of villains you have on the field. So I guess if you're playing weapon and you want to run a 3K backup, this is what you run.
I don't know. Revue Starlight had a 3500 backup at 2-1. A lot of decks have 3500 backups at 2-1, so
Yeah, I guess you're right.
a little underwhelming for me.
D. Throw some D's on that. Next. Here you go, Paul.
Oh, is this Robin Battle on the Big Boat? Battle on the Big Boat. Okay, that's a pretty standard 2-1. Is that all in front get X times their level? Card is placed on the stage from your hand. Reveal the top card of your deck. Level 1 or lower. Put it into your stock.
A coin flip pays for itself. That's like,
I guess so.
it's like better than average. Level assist, I guess. Like, I don't know. They put all these weird effects on the level assist to, like, make them not just be a level assist. Because I guess Bushiroad realized somewhere down the line you can't just make a level assist and, you know, say it's a usable card even in a trial deck. But I don't know. The second effect is better than average. If you need a level assist that's red, sometimes that's all you need. This one's, like, 50-50 free. It's like a niche. Niche for red.
Yeah, I wouldn't run it, but
Again, I think it's just for the red fix, and it pays for itself. You need to, like, make, like... I was talking about this with Paul and Andy last night before people showed up to Heroes. Like, I don't know, you can... This is one of those cards, like, your level assist is one of those non-intrusive cuts you can make to, like, color fix yourself. Like your anti-early play bombs, anti-change, like level assists, like those are all really easy cards you can like color swap usually to fix yourself. So based on that and the second effect paying for itself, I think it's a C. Very simple. This whole trial deck super simple. All right, Andy, I saved a great card for you.
We got a 2-soul climax. That's an A+.
Yeah,
Hit him hard.
A double plus. A double plus for +2 soul. Yeah, I wanted to put the non climax combo climaxes in the video just so that, you know, people know they exist. So there is a 2 soul.
We should probably change our score. We don't want people to think we're actually serious.
Yeah, so in Batman Ninja, oh my god, I popped.
We don't want people to think we're
Popped
complete
developer
idiots.
tools. So in Batman Ninja, I think a list exists where you slam down Grodd and BatClan and Batman's, and even if the 3/2 doesn't get eroded, you basically do nothing but fill the board with these cards that your opponent doesn't want to attack for fear of losing their characters in the early game, and try to push as much damage as possible. And it's like this super coin flip deck. And I think the fact that there's a 2-soul climax with like all those army cards, so like you can run the BatClan and the the Monkey Horde, so you're on like a BatClan Monkey Horde 2-soul deck where all you do is like flood the board with army cards that like can't be reversed because they pop to hand and all this other stuff, so your opponent can't get on reverse value. So like you're not only coin flipping that you're going to hit them big, but coin flipping that you're going to play into someone who runs an on reverse combo that will like bleed handle game because they can't plus. Well, if they're
dude, you're overthinking it. It's a 2-soul climax. You play it and you turn your Robin sideways.
I guess. I don't know. I think the line of play where you
all three of them.
you run out all these army cards and
actually
Grodd and stuff, and you can.
Actually,
I think
that's
can...
Robin, Red Robin, and Nightwing.
Oh my god.
Why are we even rating the climaxes? Why are these in the slideshow?
Just the ones that don't have combos. I wanted to put them in so people know that they do exist. I don't know. I think I really don't know how.
I really don't know how to rate it. It's
a 2-soul. I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about this like theoretical deck where.
Oh no! I deleted my box.
It's fine, Paul. Oh, it's back. Like, I think there is like this theoretical list where even if the 3/2 does get banned, you just sort of push out with army cards and the Grodd and like threaten change, so you can safely push a lot of soul at 0. So I don't know. So this is I'm giving it a 2 for 2 soul.
I'm giving it a B because I play like an idiot and I like soul rushing. So 2 extra souls. B for me.
How do we do this? There we go. 2 souls.
All right.
All
Okay.
right, next.
Present day
Applebond.
Batman. During your turn, all present day Catwoman get 2,000 power, and it bonds to present day Catwoman. So, is this just better than Sayaka Kyoko? Because it's plus 2,000?
Well, this is only during your turn. Sayaka Kyoko is
Walls. The walls at 7.5.
walls.
I don't know. That's like
A decent Applebond, though. It's a more aggressively statted Applebond.
swings at, what is it, 9.5? You got 2 up? At 1?
If 2 up, it's 95.
So what's present day Catwoman? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's on the right. It's a vanilla. It's literally, this is the Sam Prattley, but only on your turn.
Oh my god.
And it's all blue. It's not red and blue. So that's of note. I don't know. This is pretty good for. I think this is better now than ever, where in Weiss, like you just kind of like do your thing on your turn, and like not many decks really go for the wall. It's like there's like there's Pastel Palettes, there's Standby Sal, there's what is it? Contai. So I don't know. This gets like unbelievably ginormous on your turn. So I don't know if you're playing with a bunch of people. If you're getting into the game because you don't know about this anime thing, but you saw Batman, and you sit down to play against all these high school girls that look like boats and like characters from Sword Art Online that have massive powers, this can help you beat over them with your trial deck. So. It's a C+.
I think stock bonds are just good in general, so I guess a B-.
C+.
Sam Prattley, except it's Batman.
Yeah. Maybe I should put a P for Prattley.
P+.
P+.
All right, next. You, Paul.
All right. Catwoman, cat-like reflexes. Is there any other things besides Sengoku?
No, Sengoku's the common trait.
Yeah. Okay. What is this? During your turn, it gets plus 1,000. Oh, it's just a runner?
Yeah, free runner. So this free runner is great.
25.
Yeah, 2,500 for a free runner is really good. You don't really care about your runner's power on your opponent's turn. You just care that you can run away. This is competing with Grodd, though, for like a card your opponent, because Grodd basically reads your opponent cannot front attack this card, and they cannot reverse this card. So it's like you could run 3 of this and 4 Grodd, and you basically have
I think you
runners.
only run Grodd if you're running that change combo.
But I think you do run the change combo in some capacity. But no, well, that's the thing with Grodd, though.
Like if you're not running the infiltration Batman that Grodd turns into,
no, that's
either of the
that's
two.
the 4D chess, Andy. The 4D chess is you play the Grodd and you don't play the change.
You play a bad card, just have a mind game.
It's not a bad card, though. Like, okay, so I was trying to say this. Love Ruin JP has that card, and they run it at 4 of without the target because it is an unconditional deny lane reverse, and it pops the hand. So it's like a pay 1 plus, sort of.
Or you could just run a runner.
But you can beat runner by tri-fielding.
If you tri-field, you're going to get... Well, I guess you could deny
and
more
their
reverses.
Fronts, so you deny soul, too. You deny soul. You don't give them the direct attack with Grodd either. Yeah, I still think this card is good.
the runner's going to hold board better at level 0, though.
I don't know. I think the Grodd is like a massive threat no matter what.
I think it's only a massive threat if the 3/2 doesn't get eroded.
Well, I mean, you can play around it no matter what. You can side the Grodd, like, and then they side you in return, so you both plus. And I don't know. I think that most other decks in the meta are scarier when they get a turn of free plus than Batman is. So, I mean, that's the whole line of thought, is that, like, all these Timmies are like, oh my god, it's broken, it's dumb. And it's just like, no, it's just a card where if you're running an on-reverse combo, you have to be very, like, cognizant of how you play against it. But still, I think that the fact that Grodd is just no reverse combo for you on a stick after your opponent denies stuff, basically reads as, you cannot front attack this card. Just because of the threat. Because, like, you will lose your card if you front it. You're going to lose your card. So, but then, if you think about it, all the Batman combo level 1s require reverse. So, the Batman player has that initiative, too, where they can let you front the Grodd, and then you're like, oh, well, I thought you were going to change, and then they have a free reverse target. So, I don't know. I definitely think this card's good, though. This is a great free runner. It just competes with Grodd, but, like, it's still an A. It's a great card.
Agreed.
Oh. An A. That's high. That's
2,500 free runner's good, dude.
I just don't think I can give it an A. Is A the highest? Or are
No.
we doing S?
S is the highest.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
B plus. And
I'm
watch your mic, Paul. I'm getting some breathing from you on my end.
Oh, okay.
All right, next card. You, Andy.
All right, Nightwing status report. 0/0/2000 power. When he's placed on stage from your hand, choose one of your weapon characters, and it gets 1,500 power until end of turn. Probably you can choose himself with the effect. It's any character.
So it's an on-play oversize, basically, for either
Either
this
to
card.
himself or to another lane. So the fact that you can pick himself makes him a little bit more versatile, but
We've seen this
it's
profile.
a decent card.
We've seen this profile on Tridelic cards like time and time again. It's like a better than average effect, but like boring. But it is useful. 1,500 power is relevant. B minus. Usable card. Would fix you for blue if you needed it, but like I don't know. Something tells me you're running all blue or you're running like red green in this set. So, all right. What do you think, Paul?
I don't really like this card. That's
Why don't you like it, Paul?
C.
What's wrong with
know.
it? Okay.
I guess it's fine. It's just fine.
It's just fine.
I'm not loving it.
No, I get what he means. Like, I go to C+ because maybe you run it as like a 1 or 2 of in certain decks, but it's definitely not like Batman deck. It's definitely not an exceptional card by any means. It's just
Yeah, you're right. The C. Next card.
And remember, Nightwing was the first Robin, Dick Grayson.
Oh my god. Okay. So we got Batman Ancient Armor. This is our level 1 combo for the trial deck. This card gets 500 power for each of your other weapon characters on your backstage. So it's a 55 if you have a back row. Climax combo. When this card's battle opponent becomes reverse, if the book Climax, the blue Climax, is in your Climax area, and you have 2 or more other weapon characters, drop the 2 cards, then ditch 1. I really like this combo.
I don't recall any other level 1 combo, at least in English, having that effect.
That just draws.
On reverse, draw 2, ditch 1.
It filters you. It pluses you. It's unique. Draws you into things that aren't climaxes, so you can run mill 4 events and stuff like that more consistently, which the trial deck does have. Yeah, I think this is a great trial deck combo. It's unique. It does need reverse, but it gets its own power, so it's a 55. There's plenty of ways for you to buff. There's a Alfred. There's Alfred's Married Life. There's the trial deck. Even within the trial deck, there's plenty of ways to buff your weapon characters. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say within the trial deck, I think it would be good to have that last Nightwing card. Even though I was just saying I didn't really like it too much.
yeah, like
Because then you're just buffing. Yeah.
spot power, and like I don't know,
Yeah,
like we just said, like you have that mind game with Grodd, even if all you have is that 6/5, where you can let them front Grodd, leaving you a free target for you to reverse with your Batman Ancient Armor that just draws you 2, ditches 1, filters you, fixes you, gets through your deck. I mean, it's not a Magro, right? It's not a Magro or Minami. It doesn't mill 4, but milling 2 is good. But it does need reverse. This is just a very above average and unique trial deck combo, and I think we're going to see a lot of it in the meta. It's unfortunately on book, but I think we're going to see a lot of it. Easy B.
B+ for me. The art's so cool on it.
Yeah, I like the art.
I love like the samurai Batman, the whole motif of that. It's pretty cool.
Climax is cool looking too. It's just a Batman making a Naruto symbol.
Ready to raid Area 51.
This is where he learns Shadow Clone Jutsu. Well, he definitely does a Shadow Clone Jutsu like thing. Actually, I just remembered.
What a wild
Hey, don't spoil it for me. I'm gonna watch it after we're done with this.
Yeah, it's some type of trick and he uses the bats. And I don't know.
It's unfortunate it's on book. But, like, again, so say you trigger book, get reverse, book draws you something unfortunate, you ditch it. So it's kind of like Amelia in the upcoming ReZero set, there's, like, book support because you're running 8 book when you're running a lot of the Amelia stuff. And it's like when you trigger a book, you get to draw ditch in addition to the book trigger, and you can resolve it after the book trigger happens. So I think it's, like, built in, that sort of support, like, into the card. Because you swing, you trigger book, you draw 3 total, and then ditch 1. And so if you unfortunately draw a climax in those 3 cards, you can get rid of it. You don't need it. It's pretty cool. Or you have backland on the field, and you hold the climax, and you pop this card back to your hand, and play it again on your next turn. So, yeah. I think based on that line of play, I'm going to give it a B+. I didn't think about that until I said it out loud. Unique, useful. Next card. Wow, it's all you, Paul.
Read me that flavor text.
Okay, is this the present day Catwoman?
Yep.
All right. Well, Catwoman don't.
Yeah. It's a vanilla.
And in this case, Catwoman
Not
don't
Sengoku.
do
She's
anything.
not Sengoku.
Yeah, she doesn't have trait. That's interesting.
Oh, you're right.
The other Catwomans do.
Well, this isn't medieval Catwoman.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
it's the other. I didn't think about that. Is present day Batman also not have a?
yeah, it also doesn't have trait. Yeah. So, is this because they're not in the past yet, Paul? Is this
Yeah,
like?
this is where they start out in the film,
Oh.
where they are
Don't call this a
messing
film.
with Grodd.
This is a
In
movie.
the film, in
This
the
is-
animated film,
This is a
where
movie. Paul.
Grodd is messing with time or whatever.
All right.
Okay, next card.
Next.
1/1. Catwoman just want to go home. When this card attacks, if you have 2 or more other weapon characters, this card gets 2,000 power until end of turn. Hand Encore. So basically, on your turn, she swings for 8k. She's a Hand Encore on their turn. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
The 1/1. It's good for a trial deck card.
It straight up seems better than something like, I don't want to say better, but power levels than something like a Silica,
I guess it's
one of those 1/1s that get 1,500 power.
Yeah, but Silica's walls up and has, well, this set, it's worth noting, this set does not have a 1/0 costless 2k backup because that's broken in terms of Bushiroad. So I don't know, you can't really wall anyway. So I guess if all you're gonna get is on attack power, this is fine.
I guess I would rather have a 7,500
Yeah,
static 7,500 than an 8,000 on.
I'd rather have
Still
static.
pretty good.
Almost
The handle on
anything.
core is still nice, and it's 8K.
Yeah, I mean in the trial deck it's fine, but as a normal, this is like I think this is like a it's like a C minus. I don't like these kinds of cards, but I don't like hand on core stuff that doesn't wall. Because the whole point of encore effects are that, like, you know, your opponent invests in clearing them in, like, some sort of hope that you don't encore them, and then you always do anyway. Like, I don't know. When I'm playing against encore cards, I always ask my opponent how many cards in hand, and if they have 5 or more cards, I don't even bother, like, trying to clear it most of the time, unless, like, I have foreknowledge that, like, their hand is garbage or something like that, and they're not going to be able to, like, you know, follow it up, or they're going to have to ditch something, or their hand's really good, and they're going to have to ditch something that they want on the next turn. So, I don't know. The fact that it doesn't wall makes it bad, but it is better than average for these kinds of cards, I guess, for the cards that swing back. It's like the Nana, but at 1 that we looked at, right? The Nana that hits 11-5. But this, you know, this doesn't, you know, they don't have standby, and it doesn't have 2 soul. Makes it even worse. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut for the original, which is like D plus. Bad, but slightly better than bad.
Yeah, it's not as good as my. Whenever with all the cards like these, especially trial deck, I just compare them to the. Well, I guess as a trial deck card, this is better. But my one, what is it, like Lancer that I have in my Apocrypha deck, is just better than this because it's always a 70.
Yeah, I mean that's like the 75 encore in any way is like the quintessential standby 1/1 target that you're trying to get out at 0. But this set doesn't have standby, so makes it bad. Let's move on. Nightwing, Clash of the Avians. 2/1, 7/5. This card gets 500 power for each of your other weapon characters. I hate these cards. These are in every trial deck. It's fucking 2/1. This 2/1, 9/5. Every fucking trial deck. D minus. I'm sick of seeing it. Bad. Bad.
It only has 1 soul.
Yeah. Just bad. Bad and boring.
Oh wait, this doesn't even have hand encore. Never mind.
Big D. Next. All right, Paul. You're up.
Batman Time Traveler. This card cannot side attack. When it attacks, it gets plus X power. Okay, so it just gets buffed up a lot.
That's what, a 12K?
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 12. That's pretty.
Better than the last card.
Clears a lane. Yeah, it is. It is much better than the last card. It's like, I don't know, boring, easy to evaluate. C gets to 12. Can't side attack. Who cares? You're not playing this to side attack. No real drawback. Just a 2/1, 12K.
It would be cooler as a 2-soul, but it's a trial deck card.
Yeah, if it was like a 2/2, 2/2, 8/5, I don't know. I don't know how you spec this card out at 2/2.
It would need to have hand on core.
Yeah, it would need to have hand on core.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah. All right, next.
Catwoman, feline demeanor. 3/2, 9,500. When she's placed on stage from your hand, you can put the top card of your clock into the waiting room. When she attacks, choose one of your other weapon characters. It gets 500 power times the number of weapon characters.
So it does give 25 to anything. I think that's good. These like on attack level 3 buffs, since you like need reverse.
Does Batman need reverse at level 3?
This one in the trial deck does. And I don't think any of the other ones do. Does Harley need reverse? But it has to be a weapon. It has to be a weapon. Never mind. Doesn't matter. This whole set is split in half. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know. It's relevant for your like climax lists finisher, which is our next card here.
Notably, this doesn't early play.
Yeah. It heals
Like
you and it
I'm
gives
reading
power.
this card. This looks like an early play healer, but it's not an early play. I'm pretty underwhelmed with this.
This
Yeah.
isn't the same card as that early play one.
No. This is it does look unremarkably similar. Like remarkably similar rather.
I'm giving it a C minus. I mean, at least it heals.
Give it a C. For some
Power.
reason you aren't running a finisher combo. You can use this to guarantee reverse, I guess. Like
and for healing is good, I guess.
yeah, it does heal. Like a usable niche card. Okay, next. Batman, the prophesized ninja. During your turn, if all your characters are weapon, this card gets 2,000 power, so it's 12k. Pay 3, pitch a card. This ability activates up to 1 time per turn. During the turn, this card is placed on the stage from hand. When the card's battle opponent becomes reverse, you can pay the cost, and if you do, stand this card. So it's a restander that needs reverse but doesn't need a climax. It's notable that it has the exact same cost as the restander that does need a climax, a double rare. But that doesn't need reverse. And gets power when it gets stood. So this is like upfront power, I guess. I don't know. Like this is like a splashable backup plan.
Yeah, that makes it good in my opinion. You can just
Yeah.
kind of tech 1 or 2 of these in as your.
And it's also brain dead, right? Like if you're building to the other one, it has the same cost. Like you don't have to think about, oh, I have to prepare this to play my backup plan or whatever. You just play it and it's the same cost as if you would do the other one. And it needs reverse, so it doesn't have the. So it's a drawback and a like boon, like you have to swing this into something, so you don't have the restander problem, restanding into an open lane. Yeah, splashable, climaxless finisher. Give it a B plus, yeah. Usable. Very usable card from the trial deck. A good reason to pick up a trial deck. Probably only need to pick up 1 Batman Ninja trial deck, unless you want 4 runners. Then I guess you need 2. But who knows? Who knows what it will actually look like in the end.
You can pick up a trial deck at your local game shops. Top Deck Cards and Games and Heroes Inc. and wherever it is.
Oh, that's it.
Yep, that's it. No more Netherwood. Although, I don't know, because of Batman, maybe new places will start carrying Weiss. Have to keep our ear to the ground. Especially that place over in Homestead. Over in the waterfront. New Dimension, yeah. I feel like that's up their alley. Just random comic book garbage. Whatever, next time I'm over there, maybe I'll swing in. See if they have any. Alright, next card. All you, Paul.
All right, the Clandestine Connections. Look up the 4 cards from your deck, choose up the 1, reveal to your opponent, put the rest in your waiting room. It's a fun little event.
Andy's favorite. Mill 4.
Oh, yeah, Mill 4 event. The Andy Moore. The eggplant.
Only takes weapon, though. That's notable. Can't play it in villain.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's such a shame.
That just pushes the split even more.
Hey, you don't have
of what
blue.
you're
You don't
saying
have
about
blue
weapon.
in villain anyway, so
I
I guess it's not really a real drawback.
This is better when you run it alongside the trial deck combo, though. Because it can draw into it. Your top check effects don't hit on it, though. But I think it is better because there's a combo that just draws cards straight. So you don't have to clock draw into this. You can just draw it off your combo. And then you have it. And it just 1-for-1s and mills 4.
Mill 4 events are always good playable cards to just round out a deck if you have a couple open spots. Good pinch hitters. They can just get you anything you need at any point in the game. They help mill you on first deck. refresh
Oh.
poorly. They're always useful, but never great.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one like a C plus just because you can draw into it. But I typically really don't like these cards unless there's a way to recur them or grab them or do things with them. But I guess you can draw it off the trial deck combo.
I mean, mill 4 events are just good filler in general. Like if you have a couple open spots in your deck
I guess.
and don't know what to put there, like you can just slam a mill 4 event in. It can be anything you can need. It's another combo piece at level 1. It's another finisher.
Yeah, I
You're
guess in
out.
Batman you don't have a lot of things at one you really want to be running besides your combo. There's that Catwoman, the uncommon that like has act ditch climaxes for on
That's not a
reverse
4
draw
of though.
cards. No, it's not a 4 of. I'm saying like you probably want to run 2 of that and then maybe 2 of this. Fill out your one, maybe 8 ones. I don't know what other ones you'd run really, but
That's what I would do, but I love mill 4 events. I love mill and 4, so
yeah.
well,
All right,
they're decent cards.
last trial deck card. It is a blue gate and it's empty. It just exists, and I wanted you to all know it exists. So I give
Wow,
this.
I'm really happy that this exists. Think of all the possibilities.
I'm gonna give this a big pants out of 10. It exists.
E for Pratley.
The pantsu.
All right, guys, and that's the trial deck. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it's an overall, like while we're on this slide, I think overall this trial deck is it's definitely not as good as the review deck for new players, but it's very
I think it's
just
surprisingly
normal.
decent. It's a lot better than I was expecting it to be.
Because it just straight draws you cards. I think that is good for new players. It's just very simple. You kill a character, you draw cards. To kill characters, you need more power. You have a bunch of zeros that give things power in different ways. So, like, it's a very simple strategy. You reverse things, you kill things, you draw cards, you play your Catwoman at 3-2 to make your Batman bigger, to reverse something to make him swing again. I think that's very simple, very easy for new players to understand. I think the review deck, if you're like super into Weiss Schwarz and you want to learn like how exactly to get value out of every situation and how different it is in other card games, that's probably the way to go. Like if you're really into like learning the game new, because this is just super simple. This is like very brain dead trial deck. You get big, you kill things, you get stuff. But the review deck is
what I
like,
don't. You know what I don't like about this deck though?
hmm,
It's locked to only heroes.
yes, that's true.
And to like expand, you can't use every card you pull in your packs because half of them are going to be villains. I stick with this entire deck, so that's a little bit unfortunate.
It's notable that the only Westaboo waifu in this trial deck is Catwoman and not Harley Quinn, and Harley's more popular with the Westaboos.
What is the second climax you would run outside of the level 1 Batman combo? Would you run the +2 soul?
Well, no, this is you mean if you just had two
Yeah,
trial
if you
decks?
if you just use 2 trial decks.
You'd use the pants. You'd do 4 pants for book, just to get more books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all you do. You put some Batclans in so you can pop your level 1 Batmans back to hand if they get attacked, so you can play more books and draw more cards. I think that's I guess that's a good build path, right? Because the Batclans are uncommons. You can put as many as you want in the deck, so any card you don't like, you just turn into a Batclan. Because it's like always good.
I guess so, yeah.
Pops your Batmans back.
And then you play them again and you combo again. Jesus. That card's good.
Yeah, like I don't know. Again, I think this trial deck is like very simplistic and it has a simplistic improvement path, so that's good. But it's not as good as the review one. The review one is good because like I said, if you're into the game and you're like learning how like the game works compared to other card games, the review deck doesn't require you to have specific multiples of cards to pop off. Like their level 1 combo, you only need the one. And then it has the Karen, and you play it, and it pings for 1. And then you just bounce it back on its own, on its stick, and play it again. Which is like more powerful and impactful than having to and it's self-contained in the trial deck. You don't have to open the Batclan; it's just in the deck. And it gives like the constant like top check effect off the Mahiru out of the box. But it is 3 color as opposed to this deck, which is only really 1 color. Like it has some red cards, but they're not real red cards.
All right, I think we've gone on long enough.
Yep, that's a trial deck.